You're listening to Happy Hour Hustle from the creative geniuses here at 834. We're funny, informative, and we swear. We talk all things marketing, communication, small business, plus we offer up hot takes on our industry and whatever else we feel like talking about. So, grab your drink of choice. It's always 5 o'clock at 8:34, and crank it up.
To AI or to not AI, the title of the blog should be "The Robots Are Coming for Me First," because they absolutely are. Like, you guys are safe. I spend so much time yelling at Claude and ChatGPT that I'm certain I made a list somewhere, like a terrorist watch list, except for the AI robots watch list, whatever. It cracks me up because AI is supposed to help make life easier. It's supposed to, I don't even fucking know, whatever it's supposed to do. I'm just not clearly using it right. You know, yesterday I was rewriting our website content for the 15th time because I decided I didn't like the voice at all and it wasn't our voice. And you would think, it's your voice, dummy. How hard can it be to get? Oh, it can be hard when you're trying to put it out there for other people instead of just talking like a stream of conscious, like, which is literally what comes out of my mouth all the time. Thank you, ADHD and shaken iced espressos. And at one point I said, if you use the word fluff one more time, I'm throwing you out the window. I think I said another time, what the fuck are you even listening to me? It's a good lesson in, are you just using it because people say you should, or you're told you should, or it will make your life easier? Because don't get me wrong, it's great for a lot of things, like, you know, using it for research, fact-checking things, cleaning up content you've written. But when it comes to creative writing, or when it comes to capturing your unique voice, your unique personal brand, there's no way it's getting it. It just isn't. It will never get it 100% right, or maybe even 60, 70% right. And maybe it'll get better. It's kind of scary to think about. Like, do I want the robots to be able to talk like Kim Bodie? I mean, there would certainly be some colorful language. It would maybe make my life a little easier. But also, we don't want to be replicated. You are your own true individual self. Why would you want it to be so easy for someone to be able to copy that? And I'll tell you, people, it's very obvious when you've used AI to write something and then have not gone in and done any sort of editing. You know, for one, the icons. If you post something to LinkedIn that has all those icons, I know without a doubt that you threw it into whatever your AI tool of choice is and then copy and pasted it and didn't take out those blue diamond, whatever those are. They're not even icons that we use on a regular basis. So that's why we know. We all know. That's basically just a flashing sign over your post that says, I used AI, don't have individual thoughts, didn't even think to edit it. So this is how you know. Obviously, that's the icons. There's certain phrases, like just Google it, and I'm not going to give it to you because you know what else you can keep doing, or what else we're going to lose if we over rely on AI? Problem solving and critical thinking. It's already hard enough with the younger generation that's grown up with nothing but devices and in the digital age to actually think and solve a problem prior to asking somebody else to do it for them. The phrases, it just if you read it out loud and you're like, is this something I would say in conversation? Like, it really loves its adjectives. You know, adjectives that you're not using. Like, oh, try teaching it how to swear. It just can't figure it out. Sometimes at the end of a sentence, it will just add, give a damn. And I was like, another time I yell at it. Never in my life have I ever used that phrase, nor will I ever use that phrase. I finally had to tell it, just because we use some swearing, you're not doing it correctly. Because there is a correct way to do swearing. If you're not going to make a point with it, then you're just swearing to swear. And quite frankly, kind of vulgar. Now, if you make a point, if it really emphasizes what you're saying, then sprinkle it throughout. I think it's funny that I want to beat up AI and the robots, and my buddy Drew is using it as therapy. And talking to it as he drives in his car and tells it about his day, and then tells me, it really gets me. And I think, oh my God, are we doomed? And then also, am I using it incorrectly? Maybe I should be using it for therapy. No, God knows what it would tell me to do. And then there's just so many tools that are coming out all the time. And then you're trying to wade through it and figure out what are the ones we should use. And as a business owner, that's even harder because you're trying to figure out, okay, how do we integrate this into our workflow? How does this make sense for my staff to use it? What is the cost? What is the standard way we need to use it? Then do I need to write basically an SOP on it or write up a process so, they know how to use it? And I think I've spent more time trying to figure out how to use AI or exploring AI than, quite frankly, I have. I don't know that it's necessarily helped me. Now, don't get me wrong, it has. And, I'm not trying to contradict myself here. If you know how to use it and you know how to integrate it into your existing like work system, personal or, company-wide, then yes. But I probably spent 4 hours trying to give it the right prompts, getting it to capture our voice, when quite frankly, I could have just fucking written it. I wonder if there's going to be like therapy for people that over rely on AI, or people that need to learn to live without AI. Like, I totally see this as a future. Like, there will be somebody who starts a business for AI addiction to help people break the cycle. I will not be one of those people. Or maybe you'll find me in a padded room rocking back and forth, yelling, "That's fucking wrong. That's not how we sound. Stop using fluff." Or, I'm actually like, I should just list all the random phrases it tries to like throw into our content. Like, it's just ridiculous. And, like, I have this fear. And when I was on the podcast, AI Lab Unfiltered, with my buddy Drew, I was like, are we going to use all ability to think creatively? Because what AI will never get is your distinct personality, the way you think, the way you make decisions. What makes us us is our individuality and the set of experiences or trauma that have shaped who we are. That's not something a algorithm, no idea if I use that fucking correctly, but I was really sick of saying robot, can pick up. It just can't. So think about that. The next time you pull up ChatGPT or you pull up, Claude or Jasper or whatever tool you're using that, I'll probably hear about and then start trying to use and spend 6 hours on a Saturday screaming at it, and then be so angry that I want to run a person over in the Starbucks parking lot, or yell at them because they didn't hold the door open or whatever. Because is it going to make us less tolerant of humans? Are we going to be so over reliant on it that we actually forget how to interact with people or to have conversations? I already talked to people about owning a room or how to express or convey who it is that they are, like your unique value proposition. If you're relying on AI to create that for you, what makes you authentically you is gone. Deep thoughts here, guys. Real deep thoughts. Think about it, though.